Hello there, everyone. My name is Nell Shamrell Harrington, and I'm the Azure Incubations Architect here at Microsoft. It's great to be here with you today. And today, I'd like to show you Project Radius, one of the very cool projects that we are working on here in Azure Incubations. And you can check out the website at radapp.io, but today I'd like us to just do a quick start and get our hands on Radius and get using it. So today we will head on over to the doc site and run through the Radius quick start. So let me pull up my terminal. Here we are in my terminal, and let's start off by taking a look at the local Kubernetes cluster I have running. So let's run kubectl config currents context. And as you can see, I'm running a kind cluster. Kind is one of the ways you can run a Kubernetes cluster locally. So let's take a look at what nodes are running on this cluster. If I run kubectl get nodes, I see the control plane for kind is running on my Kubernetes cluster. All right, now let's install Radius. So I am running on Linux. I'm actually using Windows Subsystem for Linux. And let me go ahead and run a script and pipe it to bash to install Radius. All right, well, I did technically already have Radius installed. You can see it's reinstalling it. But of course, if you were installing Radius for the first time, this would work just fine too. All right, now that I've got Radius installed, let's run rad version. And as you can see, I am running version 0.58.0 of Radius. Now you may notice here it says control plane information. It's not installed. This is not to be worried about. This is expected. We just haven't put Radius on our Kubernetes cluster yet. We need to put the control plane onto there. So this is the next step. And in order to do that, we will run rad install Kubernetes. And it will install it in the namespace Radius system on my Kubernetes cluster. This is going to take a little bit, so we will speed things up with the magic of video. All right, we sped up just about a minute, and we now have Radius installed on our Kubernetes cluster. In order to see what those pods look like, let's go ahead and run kubectl get pods in the namespace Radius system. So if we run that, I can see I've got my pods. In fact, let me clear this and run this again so it's higher up in my terminal. All right, these are the pods that make up the Radius control plane. Now let's deploy something to these pods. Let's start off, let's make a directory called Todo List and head into that directory. And then all I need to do to create my Radius application, at least for this quick start, is let's run rad inits. And it asks me, do I want to set up the application in the current directory? The answer is yes. And initialization complete. And it says, have a rad time with the very cute sunglasses emoji. This is how you know it's working. So one of the things that was added, again, because this is the quick start tutorial, is app.bicep. And let's take a look at what's in this app.bicep file. I can see that for the sake of this quick start demo, all I am running is one container, and I'm pulling the image, or all I will be running is one container, and I'm pulling the image from the Radius project's GitHub container registry. So now we know what that looks like. Let's do something more fun and let's run this application. Let's run this container using Radius. So let's run rad run app.bicep. Pass it the name of the application. Let's call it To-Do List. And it will build that app.bicep and deploy it to my Kubernetes cluster. So we'll give it a moment. This shouldn't take very long. There it is. All right. What happened in the background there is behind the scenes, it created a Kubernetes deployment, a cluster IP service, port forwarding from localhost into the container, port forwarding to the Radius dashboard, and tailing the logs back to my terminal. It did a bunch of things for me with just one command. So now that it says the container is ready, let's head on over to the browser. Here in my browser, let's go to our application, going to localhost 3000. All right, I see this is the Radius demo. This is the running container image, or the running container, I should say. And let's go ahead, and here we are with the running to-do list application. So let's go ahead and add a couple of items. Some things I need to do. Let's add laundry. There's always more laundry to do. Then let's add in, let's see here, make a vet appointment for my pet bunnies. Added that in there, and we could add plenty of to-do lists to it. We could also, we can mark them as complete, we can delete them. I think the status means we have not done it yet. And yeah, there's my to-do list. So this is the running application, but let's see what else Radius offers us. Let's go ahead and go over to the Radius dashboard. Port 7007 of my local system here. And there's a lot of cool concepts with Radius. We'll go into in our next video, we'll go more into what resource types are, environments, applications, and so on. But what we do want to do actually is head on into applications. And I see I have my to-do list application, and I can get information about it here in the Radius control plane. But one of the coolest features of Radius is this app graph. And right now, again, Quickstart application, all we are doing is running one container. However, if we had a database connected, we would see it here. If we had a cache connected, we would see it here, and we'll see that in the next video. So make sure you hit subscribe and stay tuned for the next video, hopefully within the next 2 weeks. Thank you so much, everyone. This was just a quick look at Radius, but we will go more in depth very soon. I hope you try this out. Take care, everyone.